When you think about Large Professor, what is the first beat that comes to mind?
Hey, yo, Eeze.
Yo, what's the deal, fam? It's your man Eeze. Once again out here on that morning walk. Hope you all are doing well out there. What we talking about today? Let's continue yesterday's conversation. Spoke about Eeze and how possibly he should be added to Legend Has It campaign if they decide to do another installment, or perhaps the secret project or the project they haven't named as of yet could possibly be him, right? But someone else I think should be added to this whole Legend Has It campaign, and you guessed it, Queen's very own Large Professor, Extra P, the scientist, you know what I'm saying? And I'll give you 3 reasons why. Number 1, he's the architect. When we think about Nas, Nasir Jones, Escobar, he should be the first name that comes to mind. Although Nas and DJ Premier have all the records that people love and adore, and they want the collaboration, when we think about Nas, we should think about Large Professor, because he is the genesis of it all. It begins with him, and we gotta respect that, right? Why not? He's the MVP of Illmatic. Granted, Primo may have memory lane and represent New York state of mind, but the attention to detail, the coaching, the preparation, the invite to the atmosphere of studios and allowing a young individual to blossom as an artist begins with who? Large Professor. That's one reason, and that's not even music related. Secondly, Large Professor's versatility is unmatched. Like, he has never sounded like anyone his entire career. Put any drum machine in front of him, he's gonna figure it out. He's versatile in that estimation as far as skill set and creativity. But he's also versatile when it comes to working with different artists. Now, I'm not saying that he has to have a project with Nas, but the beauty of Large Professor is you could put any artist, doesn't matter who it is, any artist out there, and he's going to be able to craft an LP or EP, a single, whatever you need for them. And it's not gonna sound like anything that's available in the market at this particular moment. Versatility. Large Professor possesses that. I know I'm moving kind of quickly, but let me know in the comment section, do you agree? He may be the top 3 most creative producers ever, in a sense. Think about it. No matter who he works with, none of the stuff sounds the same. It really doesn't. It doesn't. And the way he flips samples is, God. I've heard stories about this dude working with drum machines that people deem to be just horrific when it comes to workflow or an arduous task. And he'll create a record that's timeless, that touches the soul, and that is so memorable. So that's 2 right there, right? He's the architect. We think of Nas, we should think about Large Professor. Number 2, his versatility. Number 3, he's hip hop through and through. Through and through, he's hip hop. And he's still nice today lyrically. He's a producer, beat maker, great at sound design, and he can write, he can rap. So you don't even necessarily have to pair him off with another artist. You can let him do a 4 or 5 song EP. That's what I mean by versatility. You see, he doesn't have to be boxed in. He can do an instrumental album. He can do a solo album. He can do a project with Nas. He can do a project with Eeze. He can do a project with Raekwon. He can do a project with Ghostface. He can do a project with Mobb Deep, Havoc, Big Noid, whomever. And none of it will sound the same. But Mass Appeal, have an idea. It may be too late for this installment, but perhaps, what about a Large Professor and Kool G rap? Legend Has It campaign, second time around. What about that album? Large Professor, Coogee Rap album. Legend has it, second campaign. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Let me know in the comment section. All right, y'all, let's talk Benny the Butcher. And before I go any further, listen up, Griselda fans. Please don't come in the comments crying as if somebody's attacking him. It's just a segment. I'm asking the question. Mature discourse at the Eeze experience, all right? Now let's move on. Benny the Butcher, has he backtracked from his crossover goals? Has he shifted his focus? I'm asking. A couple years ago, prior to his Def Jam solo album, he stated that, he wanted to, or he was gonna make the biggest Def Jam album since It's Dark and Hell is Hot. And I'm not holding it against him. I have stated that in the past, but I'm not gonna hold that against him because it's cool to have an ambition. There's nothing wrong with that. But my question is, ever since the release of Everybody Can't Go, which was solely produced by Cali's own Hit Boy and Alchemist, I'm starting to see a shift. Not verbally. He hasn't said much about it, but you can tell by the music he's putting out, or even his humility in the sense that he's not talking as much. And I want to know, do you feel as though, did he backtrack on his crossover goals, or did he shift his focus? And I believe he did. I'll tell you why. He thought it was easier than it really is, or was. When you compare yourself to 98 DMX or 97 Hove, people don't realize that it was bigger than the machine of Def Jam. It definitely was a factor. It was bigger than raps for those two. Would they have that Benny didn't, or doesn't come effortlessly? Charisma. Say what you want to say about Jay. Say what you want to say about him. But since we've known him, since he's come in the game, I'm talking about the shift from the Reasonable Doubt Jay to this point. He's charismatic through music, through interviews. And all these cats who were aspiring to be him because they had similar content in their music from his early career didn't realize how effortlessly he did it. It was the charisma that Benny did not possess. So now he is forced to backtrack in a sense. And that's life. We're going to pivot. I ain't holding that against him. I'm just, being observant and using my discernment, right? I believe that he did backtrack. He realized it's not as easy as it looks. And getting star producers like a Hit Boy or Alchemist is simply not enough. You got to be able to write songs. And if you're not a great chorus or hook writer, you got to tap on the individuals who are. Just doing half the work isn't enough. Getting a Lil Wayne verse ain't enough, because that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a classic record or a good song. I thought that Wayne record was a wasted opportunity, in my estimation. I could be wrong. Some people don't feel that way. But all in all, I like the direction he's going back to. He's getting back to what he is. He's a rapper. He's not a well-rounded artist. He's not a songwriter. He's a rapper. And he's back to just releasing projects. But I just thought I wanted to speak on that and get your estimation or your opinion. Did Benny the Butcher backtrack on his crossover goals? Did he shift focus? And have you noticed that? And what do you think about his projects since his Def Jam release, or debut, I should say? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm about to finish up this walk. Make sure y'all stay focused, hydrated, and anything you want to do in this world, you can make it happen. Through sheer hard work and patience. God is the greatest. Go get your shit.
Hey, yo, Eeze.